Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm making some spreads to end off the summer, and I thought we could catch up a bit. I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. I've actually already recorded the voiceover for this video once, but I got so far off track from what I wanted to talk about, which was just my summer. But I also thought it would be a waste to entirely re-record the whole video, so hopefully I'll edit this well enough that the two separate recordings blend together seamlessly. But anyway, how was your summer? I don't know who needs to hear this, but please don't look up your old classmates on LinkedIn. It does not matter what their job position is. Don't do it. To give you also an example of what my summer looked like, picture me in a grocery store hobbling around because I have a splinter at my big age, and then going to the frozen section, picking out some ice cream sandwiches that are on sale, getting up to the self-checkout, and then my card declining. I had to hobble out of there. In my defense, it was not the fact that I didn't have any money. My card just would not work. It doesn't matter. But that's kind of like, to give you a summary of my summer, that's really what it was like. Speaking of the splinter, how did I get a splinter? I never go outside, truly never. And if I do, I always have on shoes. So that means there's something, there was just metal shavings in my house. I don't understand what the splinter, what material it was or how it got into my toe. I just kind of felt some pain and I was like, what is going on? Why does my toe hurt so much? And I looked and I was like, oh, so people get splinters. It's not just on cartoons, people actually get splinters. So then of course I'm Googling, how do I get this splinter out of my toe? I don't want it in here anymore. And there was oh, we'll just get tweezers and pull it out, but it wasn't long enough to come out. It was obviously it was in my foot. And so there were all these different things oh, well, maybe if you if you get in the shower, it should come out because it's your skin gets mushy, not mushy, that's a weird word, but your skin gets softer. So then you could maybe pull it out. But I tried making a little paste of baking soda and water and keeping my foot wrapped up in it. That did absolutely nothing. So I was like, what? So me and the splinter are just one now. We've merged. Am I just supposed to accept that we are together now forever? We are Venom? This is just my future? We're just fused together? Who else fuses together? Voltron? Oh, what's it called? Steven Universe. What's my gym sona? Me, I'm just picturing my normal head, except my body is just really, really skinny, literally almost 2D. It's actually not that funny. My gym sona is just me being Slenderman, I guess. I am happy to report that the splinter did eventually come out, but it's not because of a home remedy or anything like that. No, I just accepted it. I was well, I guess the splinter is in my body forever. Like I said, we are Venom. But then I would say it was at least 16 days later. I'm not kidding. The splinter was in there for so long. One day I was up helping my mom make dinner and I was my toe feels really weird. What's going on? And so I went to the couch to sit down and look, and the splinter had come out, and oh my gosh, it was so long. I was there's no way this was inside my foot. It had come out so far. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Maybe had I just taken a shower before I was helping with dinner? I can't remember. But I guess it just eventually finally worked its way back up to the surface. It was so long and I still don't know what it was. And also once I took it out of my foot, my fan blew it away. So it's just in my house now somewhere. So I could potentially step on it again, which is a new fear. I have definitely stopped walking around without shoes on. I keep shoes on all the time now. I really want new slippers. That's my problem. This whole thing starts because I don't have slippers that I like. I have these they're almost kind of pool shoes that I wear around the house. They're just sandals. I don't really like them, but I don't have anything else that's doesn't have fur or anything on the inside of it, and it's too hot to have winter slippers on. It's too hot to do anything really. People were talking about brat summer. Girl, we are in a climate emergency. There's no brat. There's no brat summer. It's so hot. Other than that, and my yearly scheduled breakdown over everyone I know having a successful career, I've also been rereading my old digital journals. And when I say my old digital journals, I'm talking about when I was 13, 14, and I would just kind of almost blog, I guess, on the internet. It was more than blogging though, because I also would make collages, very similar to what I do now. Isn't that so funny? The way everything is just full circle in the end, always time means nothing. Everything is a loop. But as I started rereading them, I was why would I re-traumatize myself like that? And the thing that really got me was just kind of the lack of internet safety. It was very interesting because I never revealed where I lived or anything like that. I didn't like use my last name or anything, but I would use other people's full names. I don't know what that was about. I think it's because like, you know, sometimes like in your head, call people their full name. So like, for example, thinking of K-pop idol Mark Lee, for some reason, I can't ever just call him Mark in my head. I always add the Lee. And I think that's how it is with just people I knew. It's like, I would never think of just calling them by their first name, or maybe they had like the same first name as somebody else, so I would say their last name. But that's just like so crazy to put someone else's whole entire name on the internet like that. I don't know. And then on top of that, like I feel like I was relatively safe, but I would occasionally post photos of myself, like my face. And like, I remember one time I said a celebrity was somewhere in my city, and like, that seems really recognizable. And also I remember one time there was a photo of me and I'd like scribbled out, I had on a school t-shirt, so I'd like scribbled out whatever, I don't know if it said my middle school's name or whatever, but I scribbled it out and I was like, oh, that's really great internet safety. But then I was kind of talking about like our mascots. We were the Bobcats. And so I just kind of feel like if someone was stalking me, I think they maybe could have put those clues together. Granted, I think the clues were spread out. Like, I say clues as if like, as if someone was really like watching me, but I think everything I said, the information I gave out was kind of years apart maybe, so like maybe no one would have noticed. But yeah, it was so interesting to reread my old thoughts. I had nothing going on in my head at all. Like, not at all. You know, I was excited about things like Pretty Little Liars. I was excited about going to the mall. Like, just such simple things. Actually, that was something else I'd written in my journals. I was like, I'm so excited for high school because I haven't had a crush since I was in 5th grade. 5th grade. I want to have a crush. I think it's so funny that I was like, oh, it must be the pool of guys to choose from, and that's why I don't have a crush, as opposed to like, maybe you don't like guys. But actually, that guy that I liked in 5th grade when I was in high school, he saved my life, like manga style, like romance drama style. He was playing basketball, of course, as handsome sporty boys do. And I was up walking laps around the gym because if you didn't want to play a sport or anything like that, you had to walk. You couldn't just sit still, of course, in gym class. And as I'm walking, all of a sudden, I see a basketball flying towards my face. And literally, right as it's about to hit me, a hand swoops in and catches it right in front of me. And it was him. It was my 5th grade boyfriend. I read so many school life mangas, and I guess I had my own little moment in school. I just remembered that. Also, whenever I would tell people like, haha, yeah, we used to date when we were in 5th grade, like, isn't that so cute? That kind of thing. Whenever I would tell people that, they would be like, you're joking. And I'm pretty sure more than once someone went and asked him about it. Like, hey, Sheree said that y'all used to date. Is that true? Oh my gosh, do you know how embarrassing that is? He must have thought I was like obsessed with him or something, even though I was just mentioning it like, oh, haha, isn't that cute? People were in such disbelief that someone like me and someone like him could have ever dated, even though we were literally in elementary school. I was like, isn't that kind of rude? But again, when I liked him, we were in elementary school. And you know what? One of the like things that I noticed about him that I liked about him, he must have sat next to me in a class at some point when we were in 5th grade. And I looked over at his paper and he had the neatest handwriting. I had never seen a boy have such tidy, neat handwriting. But speaking of the one man I do love, I'm so excited for Jaehyun's album. I think that by the time you're watching this video, the album will have already come out, so RIP to future Sheree. It's so crazy how, you know, he's gonna be singing these songs about our love for each other to hundreds of thousands of other people. But I know, like, when I listen to it, you know, I know it's gonna be for me. I actually feel like I'm pretty normal about Jaehyun nowadays, because in the past, it was so bad for me. So much good music has come out recently, and I don't have time to listen to any of it properly. I hate that. It doesn't have time to sink in, you know? I really like NCT 127's Walk album, of course. I've never disliked anything NCT has put out. Like, of course, there are B-sides on certain albums that I'm just like, these aren't my favorite. But in general, I cannot think of a time where NCT, any unit, has ever released something and I was just like, I don't really like it. It just hasn't happened. I hope when Taeyong gets back that they perform Raindrop and Gas. Both of those B-sides are so good. I haven't really listened to Wavy's new albums, actually, because I think SM purposefully leaving women out is so despicable and nasty. I just don't feel like hearing the music. And honestly, this is the first time I've ever not listened to an NCT release, and it's definitely so weird, but I just can't get over it. Imagine if your bias was purposefully excluded and then had to defend himself because his company made it look like he doesn't care about being an idol. Please don't get me started, because then I'll have to start talking about how despicable and nasty NCT's fans are, which is well known. And I just know there are people who literally think Winwin is expendable, but they say it in a way that makes it sound like they care about him. They'll be like, oh, I'm so happy he's thriving with his acting career. Liars who lie. Oh, it makes me so mad. Like, so deeply mad. Win-Win is out here being our cha eun-woo, helping increase Wavy's popularity, all while still being popular in Japan and Korea. And they're like, actually, Wavy looks fine as 5. I hope they all stubbed their toes. This is actually why I stopped being a K-pop stan and removed myself from stan spaces, because I used to be angry 24/7, 365. Like, it's not enough for those people to be sitting at home untalented. They also feel the need to speak on Win-Win. Interesting. Anyway, I'm almost finished with my summer TBR. I have 2 mangas left, I think, and a manhwa called Sun-Kissed Heartbeats. I think I'm going to have to move that one to my TBR for next summer though, just due to the time. Like, I feel like I'm running out of summer days. I want to start making YouTube shorts again. Last year I said I would start making manhwa recommendation videos and I never did. I swear to God, the moment I mention anything on this channel, it doesn't happen. Like, it's cursed. I should try harder to defeat the universe sabotaging my plans. But I think it's so fun to make themed TBRs. I can't live without them, actually. September is kind of ambiguous though. Like, it doesn't really have a specific vibe to me. I'll be happy when it cools down again as well, so I can try catching up on my movie watching challenge. At least I finished an anime this summer. That's at least one thing. Oh, and I also had a lot of fun watching Interview with the Vampire season 2. It ended right before July began. Yeah, right before July began. It was fantastic. Of course it was. Anytime Lestat says Sheree, I'm like, oh, did somebody call my name? My mom named me Sheree because she didn't have a name picked out for me when I was born. But then the song My Chérie Amour by Stevie Wonder came on in the hospital after I was delivered. And my mom said, she was like, yep, that's it. And then she proceeded to spell it with so many E's that I would forever run out of vowels on alphabet sticker sheets for my entire life. I remember my French teacher saying Cherie was a derivative of chérie, that my name means like sweetheart or darling, you know? And I was thinking to myself, oh, I know, Stevie Wonder named me. But anyway, I've been keeping up with Interview with the Vampire since the day season 1, episode 1 aired, and waiting like this between seasons is always so difficult, though I am excited that season 3 has already been confirmed. I remember I commented something about how, like, I didn't know what I was going to do with my life anymore now that season 2 is over, and some lady responded, at least we have Beetlejuice 2 to look forward to. Who's we? Like, I'm sorry, who's we? I've never even seen the original Beetlejuice movie, so why would I be watching the sequel? I guess she was assuming that, like, anyone who loves the show is just, like, a spooky girl, but that's not me. I love vampire media, and also I just so happen to love those specific vampire men. Speaking of men I love, the last thing I have to say before I explain these spreads, I may have messed up. When I said I wanted Shohei back, I did not include the clause. You know when SpongeBob says, let me be struck by an ice cream truck and live? I forgot the and live. I forgot the clause. When I said I wanted Shohei back, I thought the universe knew what I meant. I thought the universe understood that I meant, like, as a solo artist. I thought the universe saw my Pinterest boards and that it was just implied, you know, like because again, like the Pinterest boards. I got what I wanted, but at what cost? Shohei, who is a rookie, who's a trainee that I've mentioned several times before in my videos, he is finally back and he is going to be in a trot idol boy group. I truly don't even know what to say about that. I don't care what the music sounds like. I'm going to be listening to it. If they have albums, I'm going to have to buy one. Are they going to have albums even? I don't know. I want a Shohei photo card. Like, I don't know. I said I'm supporting him no matter what, so I'm going to be supporting him no matter what. I'm just happy I'm going to be able to see him really soon. So now I can get into talking about these spreads. The first one is for the Olympics. I wasn't gonna make a spread about the Olympics actually, but then I saw that Hello Kitty memo and I was like, you know what? I just have to use it. Everything in this spread is mostly from Pinterest. The backgrounds are both from Pinterest. I think I used the yellow version of that starry background before. I really like it. And then I really love that Hello Kitty envelope. I swear I've seen the matching like letter paper that goes with it. But I love that the envelope, that it looks kind of torn, like it was opened and used before. The only things not from Pinterest is the stuff from my stationery deco kit, and then also the strawberry and the butterfly stickers. Those are from a tweet I saw. I used them a lot in my last video, so I'll link that tweet again below in the description box. But yeah, I think this turned out cute. And actually, after I found that Hello Kitty memo note, I was trying to find any other Sanrio Olympics stationery, and like, I couldn't find any. I was so shocked by that because I was like, surely the Olympics were just in Tokyo. Like, surely there's something, but I guess not. Or at least I didn't see anything on Pinterest. I did not Google anything. So maybe there's like a lot of stationery, but I just personally didn't find anything on Pinterest. That memo is actually from 2012, which is so crazy to me. I can't even believe that 2012 was that long ago. The only thing I remember about those Olympics is that, isn't that when One Direction performed? That's the only thing I remember from those Olympics. But I love Mimi and Fifi. I just thought it was so cute. Them playing volleyball, like, it was too cute. I had to use it. And moving on to the next spread, as you would have seen, I made the background on the right-hand side. It's really, really easy to do. I just used the line tool in Canva, a dotted one. And actually my inspiration for this was that Barbie movie. I don't know if you remember it, but it's the one where she has like a charm bracelet and her bracelet unlocks that secret diary. Also, if you're wondering, yes, I owned the diary in real life. Yeah, it came with the bracelet and it had like a little magnetic thing. And when you press the butterfly to the front of it, it popped open. Yes, I owned it. Earlier this year, when I was looking through my room, when I was decluttering it, I found some like extra sheets that I had printed off, I guess from like the official Barbie website, and I'd printed them, and I don't entirely remember what they look like now, but in my head, they had lined paper and they had butterflies kind of like scattered around the outsides. And so at first when I was making the background, I thought about doing butterflies like that, but then I thought stars would look cuter. So I used a rounded star and then a more pointy star. I think it looks so cute. I love these colors. As you can tell, that's kind of like my color palette, you know? And then on the left-hand side, that orange background is from Pinterest. And then I have some Mame Goma art, some Sumiko Garashi art, and more of those stickers. I just love them so much. I know I used them so much in my last video too, but I just think they're so cute. The color palette is perfect. Oh, and from the Hello Kitty summary sticker sheet, that yellow watermelon sticker is so cute. And then moving on to the next one, there's a lot going on, but I love it. I really specifically wanted to use this pink background with the stars and then the green background with the hibiscus flowers. I really wanted to use those together. I also kind of wanted to use those with the oranges from the last spread. But anyway, I just think they all look really good together. They're like really vibrant, bright colors. I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to use for summer, as I said before, but the Daisy Lovers stickers that I had, I could not let the summer go without using them. So cute. The one that looks like the Dole sticker, oh my gosh, I love it. I also used a random Hello Kitty sticker sheet that had some like summery themes to it, and she's kind of making like a little sand castle. And I used that random page where Hello Kitty, it was like Hello Kitty, and then there were just different kind of illustrations around her. I used a little crab from it. I wanted to use the boat too, but like, I don't know, it just didn't fit with it. There will always be next year or even some other time of the year. I can always use that stuff. I feel like stuff gets buried in Canva as I upload more and more things, as I find things that I want to use, and then I forget about them. But anyway, I love that artwork of Batsmaru, like a little beach restaurant. That's so cute. I can't think, what is this panda's friend's name? Her name is like Panda. I can't think of it right now, but she looks so cute serving that little drink. I love Hello Kitty and Mimi eating their ice cream. Look at like the sprinkles. Is it sprinkles or like little pieces in the ice creams? The hearts. Yeah, so cute. Also, Hello Kitty's bow is a strawberry and Mimi's is an apple. Then some of my favorite artwork is Hello Kitty with that mask tan line. That is so funny. That's me actually. I love it. I think there's that one, and then there's another one that goes with it. And I think she has a tan line from sunglasses. I feel like I've seen that one too, but that one just felt more representative of me. Also, she has so many bows on. She has 3 bows on. I'm just now noticing that. But yeah, those are the spreads I made. I honestly might have like a couple more that have like a summery vibe. Maybe just like a couple more. Everything I used in these spreads will be in my Pinterest board, and my Pinterest board is always linked in the description box along with my other social medias. I hope that you've had a good summer or a good winter. I don't know what hemisphere you live in, but I hope that you had a good season no matter which one it was. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope it was fun just hearing me chat. I just had a lot of things that I wanted to say, and I wanted to catch up because I don't get to do that very often, because usually I'm talking about whatever I'm making spreads about, you know? So I hope that you had fun watching today. Thank you so much for all of your support. It really means a lot to me, especially in the summers when it is so hot and unbearable and being alive is kind of difficult. I really appreciate each and every single one of you so much. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to answer you. But other than that, that's everything I needed to say. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.